Hey there guys, this is Obsidian Chill. Got another video for today. Now this is a video that I've resisted doing personally, whether it be in the past on my other channel or this one or just recently in the comments, but it gets asked a lot, especially because I make an attempt not to have all my money in one tune, to just avoid getting these types of comments or being pestered in game with tells saying, can you buy me this, can you buy me this? I've heard plenty of sob stories and I've done my fair share of donating, just ask DCO Snap on. I gave him 300 mil to help out his channel. So I do my fair share of charity as well, and any previous league mates will know that as well. But the video I'm talking about making is how to make how to make the most money you can, how to become a billionaire, how to make tons of money on DC. Because really, there's no foolproof instant way to do that unless you have like a OG Plasmic or Nimbus or Smoke kicking around on some bank alt that you've never touched. But the reason why I resist making videos like this is because the way I approach it is a bit different. Like you'll see plenty of channels out there. You'll see, like, if you type in YouTube like how to make money on DCO, you're going to see tons of videos of people doing it. And I think the ironic thing is that you're going to see a lot of those channels. They're like, oh, how to make the most money on DC or how to make millions of dollars, and they'll show you their inventory, and they're gonna have like $8 million, or they're gonna have like 10 mil. Like they have like chump change in the grand scheme of things, and they're telling, and you expect them to tell you how to make money. So take those channels with a grain of salt. But basically, I can give you some tips to be able to maximize the most money you'll be able to make. I'm not going to tell you to make colas or all those like little things like farm collections in open world. To make like 50K here, 100K there, etc. So these are like the big money making items that you can do in DC to go from if you're struggling to make 100 mil to jump all the way up to a billion or more. Like you'll see my videos I've fluctuated between 300 mil one video, 500 mil, 1.2 bill, 2 bill, all the way up to 9 bill across all my tunes. So it's there's some tips that you can certainly take, and I'll kind of show you them there. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head here, but basically I'll kind of rank them in terms of um, the maximum amount of money you can make from it. So, and it's not going to be like, I'm not going to be giving you any like ground shattering details. It's just basically from my perspective and my experience from playing the game, since beta, how to make the money. So the first one I'm always going to tell you, there's no easy lazy way of doing this. You're gonna have to, if you want to make the most money, you're gonna have either PSNs are invested. You're gonna need replays. You're gonna need time. You're also gonna need multiple accounts. You don't need to have them like max level, but you need at least some alts that are capable of running daily content. The more, the better, basically, because the more alts you have that are capable of running the current content, the less it's going to cost you in replays. So basically, if you don't want to spend a lot of replays, you're going to need more characters at max level, or a level enough that they can run current content. If you don't want to do that, just have alts that are lower level that can run the seasonal every single time, and then you're going to spend more replays on your main. But basically, the number one tip is going to be is certainly going to be OP collections. And what I mean by that is the OP collections are going to be very time sensitive. Say when the DLC first comes out, that's your prime opportunity. What you want to do is get into the alerts right away. It's always proven every single DLC that the most expensive rare collections for the OP items are always in the alerts. Complex Crime Scene, the TV special, the Coral, the Gem, anything. You can go back 4 or 5 DLCs. They're always in the alerts. And what you want to do is you have a very short window to catch the market, basically. So if I got to take off usable here. So if I type in the Coral, which is one of the rares, the Coral and the Seafoam Gem are the rare ones from this DLC. So if I do, they're not even any extruded corals. Okay, well apparently there's no corals. so if you're watching this video, farm the alerts and sell those extruded corals, because apparently there's none on the broker. But we'll look at the gem. So basically, when this DLC first came out, the Seafoam Gem was around 100 150 mil. Now it's selling for 29 to 35. So basically, you have a very short window, like the first few days of a DLC, because there's players like myself. There's plenty of players like myself out there that'll just buy the collections day one because they just want to get the OP collections, the CR, the feats first. So you want to get into the alerts right away and farm. It's only 29 replays. So if you do 10 alert, if you reset 10 alerts, it's only 290 replays. 350 replays are what, 1,000 loyalty points or like a 10 PSN or something. I'm not sure exactly how the currency works, but it's still 29 replays is not that much to make that type of money. So for example, I wish I could have shown you the coral. I didn't know there wouldn't be any in the broker. But say day one, the first 2 days of the DLC, the extruded coral was selling for $250 million. You could sell it for $200 million instantly. You put it on the broker or put it in trade chat for $200 million, instantly sold. And that's mega money. And now I've gotten like 4 or 5 corals. They've sold for like between 30 and 40 mil, sometimes 50 mil. So basically, obviously, once the DLC gets longer, there's more out there, less people want them or they'll wait. But those first few days, the difference is 200 million to 30. So if you get like even 2 or 3 of those extruded corals, that's almost $1 billion right there in 3 collections. It was even more in the Riddle of the Crime episode for the OP hands. Those collections, those prices were incredible. Let's see if I can find the OP hands quickly. Not waste too much time. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so yeah, the armbands, those dropped in, I think the duos, those were like 80 to 90 mil each. The Complex Crime Scene, at the time when it first came out, was like 250 mil. Faded Joker calling card, I paid 350 mil for that. I think the Puzzle Remote Cult, that was another one that was like 50, 60 mil. So you're talking like, if you had all these collections to sell, you can make almost $1 billion just off the OP Hands collections when it first came out. And the Complex Crime Scene Riddle still sells for like 100 mil. Like it's a very expensive collection, and as long as you're farming it and don't care about the OP hands or you're gonna wait for your feats, like you're focused on money first, you can make a lot of money getting those collections. So that's what you need to do. When a DLC first comes out, get a group or farm the alerts just consistently. First day, 10 alerts, 15 alerts, farm them for those OP collections, because that's where the biggest money making is going to be. The other thing too is once you get high enough money, because at the same point, when you have enough, you gotta spend money to make money. That there's always that mantra that comes with making money. Spend money to make money, and that's the truth for DC as well. So what you want to do is when you get to the broker, you want to sort by time remaining and then time remaining again. So it's going to be duration descending. And basically what this means is this is stuff that was just put on the broker. And you can find, this does take some time because obviously you got to sit the broker and keep refreshing. But you have the ability to make a lot of money on this because everyone's putting stuff on the broker consistently. And I know people, everyone makes mistakes. Even I make mistakes. I put a OG solar oil. I meant to put it for 100 mil. I put it for 10 mil. And by the time I realize that mistake, because I go to my wares and I realize it and try to fix it, it was already gone instantly. I had no chance to remove the sale. And that's because all those players you see standing by the broker, they're not just start sending people tells begging for money. They're doing this. They're sorting by duration descending, looking for all the new stuff that got put on the broker to see if people made mistakes. And you think, that they're not going to happen. I know plenty of league mates and plenty of friends in this game who've made tons of money from people putting a void essence, missing a 0, or other stuff like that. Like, yes, you're going to have to learn the prices of what things are. Like, it's going to take some effort, but once you get there, you can really play the broker from that aspect by looking for people's mistakes and capitalizing on them. Another thing will be, another tip is going to have to be when time capsules come out. This is another thing where you want like lots of alts and lots of alt accounts, because time capsules, you wouldn't think, don't worry about opening them. What you want to do is get as many time capsules day one as you can. Take like these recent ones, the assassins. My spelling is terrible, so that's why I'm not. It's easier to look it up from here. So the assassin time capsules, day one, like now they're 25K per one. On day one, if you get them right when it comes out at reset, like right in the morning, like these assassin time capsules are selling for 800,000 each, just for one. 800,000 per time capsule, because people don't care. They want as many time capsules as they can get right away, so they can open them and try to get the feats and make their money that way. But you as a person, you don't have to worry about buying stabilizer keys. Just stock up on the time capsules. Run everything you can. Get time capsules. Get multiple alts, so you get them all at once. Log on, kill something, get it. So you got if you've got 5 or 10 time capsules day one when it first comes out, and they're selling for like 800K a stack, you can make bank. Like that's $4.8 million just by having 6 of them. If you have 6 tunes, 6 assassin time capsules right when they come out, you just made $5 million without doing anything. But well, I guess you had to do something. You had to kill some ads. But the time capsules all the first day, and once you get to the second or third day, they're going to be worth nothing. But that's why you've got to hit the market at the right time. If you get the time capsules right when they come out, day one, if you sell them, 100% people are going to buy them. Like I didn't even see anything. I didn't see any shouts less than 500K just for a time capsule, unopened. Like you can make a lot of money really quickly just by selling the time capsules themselves, because people want to open them and get their feats and all that other stuff. So as long as you're able to capitalize it, you're going to make the most money possible. Now, I guess actually no, we'll go into the third tip right now, rather than addressing something else. So the other tip I have for you, the reason why you want to have lots of alts, is the seasonal base items. The seasonal base items, you always need like a 10, 14. Like every year has seasonal base item feats that you're going to need. Like especially Christmas. Like we've got a holiday wreath, stuff like that. St. Patrick's Day base items. Collect 8, collect 6. Every event is going to have all 16 base items, 9 base items, 7 base items. So every 4-11 working session base items, every seasonal is going to have plenty of base items. And the reason why, for 2 reasons. One, people are lazy and don't want to run the seasonal every day, me and myself included. So once we see the feats, we'll go to the broker and see what seasonal base items are there. Usually, they're around 400 to 500K each, sometimes 600K, and we just buy them for the feats just to get it over with. So you can, by having lots of alts, you can run a lot of the seasonal daily, and then just buy all the base items, and you're making 400 to 600K per base item. Now the other thing is, what you want to do is keep running the seasonal, but also keep some in a bank for later. Like for example, like if I type in those holiday wreaths, if I go to the base items, none of them. I know there's the holiday wreaths, the Joker trees, stuff like that. Like you're not going to see. Oh, did some come? I guess the broker's lagging a bit. Yeah, festive holiday tree. Let's type in the Joker. This is like the Joker wreath, the Joker tree. Yeah, 1 wreath for 1.5 mil. So there's hardly any base items. And if we go to the spring ones are very popular because people like their base items to be like forest bases and all that kind of stuff. So like these are the spring items: 2.7 mil, 3.5 mil, 2, 3.5, 2.5. These are just the seasonal base items that you could buy, the flower trellises and all that stuff like that. So just because, yes, the seasonal hasn't been out for a year, but if you keep it for later, there's always people going to be making bases and looking to buy them. And, you can make millions from them just by getting the base items, 6 seed pods, and that's all it is. So seasonal base items are a very quick way to make money when you're doing it, because there's lazy people out there, and there's plenty of people making layers and are that, they play DC to make these huge layers and make them forest design, stuff like that. I'm one of them. I don't really care about the spring base items, but I know they're very popular, and the reason why there are, millions on the broker. So we'll address the next point here, and I'm sure you're going to see a lot of it in the comments saying like, oh, you got this money from glitches and money hacks and stuff like that. Well, me personally, I've never been banned on this account. I've never been so much as timed out. Um, you know me as my aggressive behavior in the forums and being banned there and all that kind of stuff, but none of it ever carries over to this game and my in-game character. But just because you don't glitch doesn't mean you can't take advantage of other people glitching. And I'll explain it to you here. So back when the stabilizer glitch was happening, you saw all these materials from the time capsules on the broker for cheap. Time Torms were $30 million. Phoenixes were, I think, 70 or 80 mil. Negative Speed Forces were like 100 mil, if that. Void materials were like 150, 140. And then look, after the glitch is gone, they're all back up in price. 80 mil. You don't even see a Negative Speed Force. That's probably going to go for 200 mil. Void materials, 200 mil. You don't even see any Phoenix materials. So the reason that you want to capitalize on a glitch, and this is not so much applying just starting out. This is more for people that earn like $500-600 million that can buy and stock items and save for later. But this is when you want to capitalize on that moment. See, because when there's a glitch out, think of it like supply and demand. When there's a glitch out, the supply is very high and the demand is very low. That's why the prices are always so rock bottom. But then once the glitch is fixed, supply goes down, demand goes up because people returning players or making new accounts, whatever, they're still going to need these items for feats and styles and whatnot. So that's what drives these prices back up again. So I'll be an example. When those Time Torns and those Phoenixes are out for like 70, 80 mil, I bought as many as I could find. I just had them sitting on an alt. And then, fast forward, the glitch was what? It wasn't even 3-4 months ago. And now they're already back up that quickly in price. So if I buy Phoenix for 70, 80 mil, and now I'm reselling it for like 160, 200 mil, I'm almost doubling my profit by doing nothing, just by sitting on it and waiting in the bank. So that's more not so much how to make money. That's more like when you've made money, how to keep making money is by playing the broker from that aspect. But really, there's plenty of other ways you can make money. Selling the nitro colas, gear mods is another one, but that requires a lot of work because you've got to grind the essence because the essence is very expensive and how to make them. But you'll see here like Might and Health New Justice is 10 mil, Might and Health is 9, so you can still make decent money if you've got plenty of exos and you've got plenty of essence. You can make mods and make money. You can sell coals and make money. Make 150k, 200k there. It adds up. But if you want to make the most money possible, that's basically the five easy tips is going to be Opie Collections when the DLC first comes out. That's going to be number one. Number two is going to be lost track here. The time capsules when they first come out, selling just the regular time capsule. Third one is going to be the seasonal base items. Number four is going to be looking for mistakes on the broker by sorting by time descending. That takes a bit more effort because you got to learn the prices, but once you do, you can make a lot of money in reselling. And then number four is more like just waiting for opportunity to strike. If you see something cheap, like for example, I have an EU tune. I bought the Veil of Secrecy on that EU tune because it was cheaper on the EU because their economy is different. So on the US side, right now, I could buy this collection and get the Cloak of Shadows right away. So I'm just waiting for a Veil of Secrecy to drop to 100 mil, 80 mil, whatever, and then I'll have the Cloak of Shadows because the Veil of Secrecy is the only rare that I'm missing. And then if I search the broker, I think it's Cloak of Shadows or Shadow. Either way, it's not there. So right on the broker, there's no cloak on the broker right now. So if I bought that Veil of Secrecy for 890 mil, I sell the Cloak of Shadows for 150, 160 mil. Bam! I just made $70 million just by that, by no effort at all. So that's an example of when you have money, continue to make money. But that's it, guys. If you got any questions, I'll try to put in the comments below. I know I may not be as descriptive as other people's videos out there, but it's not rocket science how to make money. It is going to take some replays. It is going to take some alts or some effort, but it's not restrictive. Anyone out there can make money. It does take some luck. I'm not going to deny it takes some luck, but There's a rags to riches story just like that when a DLC comes out. You get a couple of those collections to drop, you sell them for 200-300 mil, bam. You don't even need to put them in the broker, just type it in trade chat. It's just that easy to make money that quickly. You just have to know when to capitalize on the market itself. Take care, guys.